Hey everybody, Blue Goblin here. Thank you for joining me for my special video review for Forever Evil issue number 6. I know I am way late with this. I was finally able to read a copy of this. I gotta say, overall, this issue actually wasn't that bad. I don't think it was as good as I wanted it to be, though. I mean, don't get me wrong, there were a lot of good moments in here. I'm not going to ruin everything in here. I'm going to try, keyword, try, to be a little nicer to the series for this video right now. My opinion for the beginning of the series has not changed. My opinion about issue number 5 has not changed. The beginning of this series was bleh at best. It's like the beginning of this story, this whole entire storyline was basically the crime syndicate going around reminding everyone, we are not the Justice League. The Justice League is dead. The world is ours. We are evil. Ha 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 ha. And it was just like 3 or 4 issues of the same bullshit, slow build-up in the storyline. And it's like, the only monumental thing that happened to me in the beginning of the story was that they took Nightwing and exposed his identity live to the whole world. And, you know, Bizarro was made, Lex Luthor was Lex Luthor, and Batman was Batman. You know, it's like, oh, you know, Lex Luthor and Batman had good character development. Yeah, but that's expected, you know, with a guy like Jeff Johns writing this. But there were times where I was just like, man, I'm just not feeling this. And then issue 5 came along, and I was like, finally, this is going somewhere. And here we are at issue 6. And I gotta say, this was good. I just thought it would have been a little bit better than this. And let me explain why I feel that way. In this issue, we finally get some direct confrontation. And I mean some real good confrontation between this would-be team of heroes, if you will, led by Lex Luthor. Yeah, Lex Luthor is kind of the de facto leader here of this group, even though he's trying to stroke Sinestro's ego and try to make him feel more like the leader. Yet in this issue, Luthor and Batman are having a dick measuring contest to see who should be the true leader of this team. And Luthor, of course, being Luthor, he has that attitude that makes him who he is. And Batman kind of looks a little bit like a chump in here. And I can't help but feel, after the conversation Luthor and Batman have, you almost want to look at Batman for a second and go, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know, it's kind of one of those kinds of moments where you feel like you can hear Batman saying in his own mind, shit, I'm fucking embarrassed. You know, kind of one of those things. We finally see what the crime syndicate exactly has done to Nightwing, and it's not pretty. I'm going to try my best not to spoil everything that's in here, even though it's plastered all over the internet. Yes, this is the internet. Hardly anything's a goddamn secret anymore. But, I mean, everybody knows what happened to Johnny Quick, so why bother even trying to hide it? Yeah, he got his leg frozen and broken off by Captain Cold. I mean, that is literally just plastered everywhere all over the internet, primarily Tumblr. And it's like, David Finch's artwork, I gotta say, I love David Finch's artwork. I really do. Trust me, I honestly do. But there were a couple of moments in this book where I was thinking to myself, am I reading a comic book or am I looking at rough sketches for a first-person shooter? It just didn't. There were a couple of moments in here in this book, and there were a few pages where I felt like, man, David, you could do so much better than this. But then again, there were some moments in here where his artwork really shined, so it was kind of half and half. Half of it was good, half of it was kind of crappy. And then you got Jeff Johns writing, and Jeff Johns is, you know, gonna be Jeff Johns. And I don't want to hear any butthurt Jeff Johns fans who thinks he never does anything wrong, and who would love to point out how much I kiss Gail Simone's ass, you know. And I I'm saying to myself, if you think that I overrate Gail Simone that much, then clearly you don't watch every goddamn video I put out. I just recently reviewed the last issue of The Movement, involving a very big flaw in the character development of Catharsis. She meets a guy and instantly fucks him, and I point out straight to Gail herself that I did not like that. That was a mistake to do that. You see, I don't always praise everything Gail Simone does. If I find that she makes a mistake, I will honestly point it out, like I did with Catharsis. So I don't want to hear any excuses from any trolls saying, you shouldn't hate Jeff Johns so much. Jeff Johns is the greatest motherfucking writer in the world. Liar. Y'all are lying to yourselves. But I'm getting off topic here. This issue did do a good job, especially with the drama. We get reminded just how much Batman truly cares about Dick Grayson, despite the fact that he had a major falling out with the rest of the Bat family concerning that shit he went through, that they all went through with the Joker. And Dick Grayson, he is in a bit of a pickle in here. I'm not going to say how, but he's in a situation where it's either he dies or a bunch of people die. You know, and Bruce is trying to do what he can to think of a way to best to save both millions of innocent people and save Dick Grayson. And Luthor's not having any of that shit. He's like, come on, we gotta save a bunch of lives by ending his. And then Batman says something that is very out of character. He says, Luthor, you hurt him, I will kill you. I'm like, okay. Batman just threatened to kill Lex Luthor in this book. Yeah, I was just spoiling that, okay? That is so out of character. I know Batman talks shit like that before. Hell, in the Return of the Joker movie, he threatened to kill the Joker, but at the same time, it is completely out of character for Batman to even talk about crossing a line that he vowed to never ever cross. You know, he even confessed that all he's ever wanted to do with the Joker was kill him, but he knows that he will not ever be able to follow through with it. The way the dialogue is implied in this issue, it's almost like, really, Bruce, are you actually willing to cross that line that you vowed you would never cross? Because you said yourself, if I ever cross that line, I know I will never come back. So it really kind of bothers me to actually hear Batman give a death threat to somebody, regardless of who it's against. But there's also that talk about the hooded character that the crime syndicate had captured. We get to find out who was under the hood. I will not spoil that, because that, to me, was the best part of the book. This is one of those big Jeff Johns styles reveals that really, really worked. I fucking loved the ending, because I honestly did not see it coming. I really didn't see this happening. I was actually very surprised when I saw who it was. As much as I give Jeff Johns shit, I have to praise him for this. Mr. Johns, well played. I'll admit it. Well played. Very nice ending. Damn good cliffhanger. I'm actually looking forward to reading the finale of this series. Who knows? It might be good. But, like I said, this was a story that had a horribly slow build-up, and it finally started getting good around issue 5. Think about that. It took 5 issues. I know I'm talking about issue 6, but I didn't truly start giving a damn about this story until issues 5 and 6. That's fucking sad, because this is a monumental event storyline for DC Comics. And if you want an event story to succeed, you got to reel in your readers, hook, line, and sinker, get them invested from the very beginning. When it takes me 5 to 6 issues, I don't start giving a damn about the story until issues 5 and 6. That's a problem, in my honest opinion. But, be that as it may, this issue was good. If the ending that we got didn't happen, I would have wrote this off as just simply an average read at best. But the ending was so good, the cliffhanger I should say, but the cliffhanger was so good it saved this issue and made it a good read. I actually enjoyed this. And I would have enjoyed it a hell of a lot more if David Finch's artwork had been spruced up where it needed to be spruced up. Like I said, there were moments where he really nailed it, but there were moments where his artwork really honestly didn't. There was a couple of out-of-character moments for Batman, and that also hurt this issue a bit. So overall, with all the pros and cons going into this issue, I'll have to say I give this issue a 3.5 out of 5. If, like I said, if we didn't get the ending that we got in here, or the cliffhanger, excuse me again, if we didn't get the cliffhanger we got in here, I probably would have gave this a 2, maybe a 2.5 to be nice. But that cliffhanger really, really helped. I actually dug this issue, and like I said, where are they going to go from here? Fantastic. You know, just could have been fantastic ending, but the whole issue overall could have been a little bit better. I need to start rehearsing this shit. I'm improvising every time I do this. Well, that's all I got for this review of Forever Evil number 6. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Most of y'all are probably going to go down there in the message board and just tell me I suck anyway, so, you know, who gives a fuck? What do I know? I'm just a fan, right? Thanks for watching, everybody, and until next time, I'll see y'all later.